this is Diwas from Eagle International Institute. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to look into one of the most interesting topics. But before we do that, let me remind you to click the subscribe button for more videos like this. So we are going to discuss the use of will and would. Most of the people get confused on what should they use will or would in the sentences. So let's start with will. Let me first give you an example of will. You'll receive a phone call in the afternoon. Now, let's say a friend of mine went for an interview and he is expecting a phone call from the company, but it hasn't come yet. So, just to console him, I'm telling him you'll receive a phone call in the afternoon. So, what I'm doing here is I'm predicting something, I'm predicting an event which is going to take place in the future time. So, when we make a prediction, we use will, like you will receive a phone call in the afternoon. So the next use of will is while making a decision. For example, it's very sunny outside, so I will take a cab. So what's happening here is I'm taking a decision of the thing which is going to happen, which I'm going to do next. We also use will for making promises. For example, she will give you the refund. So here we can see a promise what the person is making. She will give you a refund. So these are the three different situations of the sentence where we can use will for the future tense. Now when we come to would, would is the past form of will. So that means we are going to use would for the past form of sentences. If we are using will for the future tense, we can use would for the past and the present tense. For example, if I take the first sentence, you'll receive a phone call in the afternoon. Now let's say my friend was expecting the call at 1 p.m. and now it's 2 p.m. So if I make that into past form, I can use would. So I would say, I said you'd receive a phone call in the afternoon, but I did not mention the time. Once the event comes to pass, it's the past time. So we use would. Now it is the same as the use of will. We use would for all the three situations: prediction, decision, and the promise, but when they are in the past form. So I've already given you the example of prediction. Now here with the use of would, it is the time when that prediction time is already over. So it is the same with the decision and the promise. So again, if I take the same example, because it was very sunny outside, I said I would take the cab. So this is the sentence which I'm saying in the past tense. Now if I have to go to promise, then I'll take the same example. She would give me the refund. Now again, here we are talking about the sentence which is in the past form. She said she would give me the refund. So when we find these words, she said, it was, or I said, all these they show that the sentence is in the past tense. So we use would. Now that was the first use of will and would. Now when we go to the second use, it is for conditionals. Let me give you an example of a simple conditional sentence. If you agree to go for a walk, I'll bring my dog. So what we have here is a condition in the sentence. So something will only happen if you are willing to do this. So that is the first conditional. Now if we have to look into second conditional sentence, we use would, and that's for the imaginary sentences. For example, if I had superpowers, I would save humanity. Now that is something which comes in my imagination. Now I would like to tell you the difference between the first conditional and the second conditional. If you noticed, then in the first one I used will because I said, if you agree to go for a walk, I will bring my dog. But here in the second conditional, we are using would. I'm saying if I had superpowers, I would save humanity. So what's happening here is, in the second conditional, we are using would because it is imaginary, which is not going to take place in reality. So, for the sentences like this or for expression like this, we use would, but something which is going to take place in reality, which is going to happen, we use will. So, will shows the reality, whereas would shows something which is not going to take place in reality. Now, let's look into third conditionals, the use of would in the past form. For example, if Sammy had gone to the interview, he would have gotten the job. So, here what's happening is there's a condition in the sentence, but it's in the past form. So, we are talking about the past. Now, the third use of will or would is to make polite expressions, like for making a request. For example, would you mind giving me your keys? So, what I'm doing here is I'm using would with the verb in the ing form. Would you mind giving me your keys? Now, if I have to ask for a permission, I use would. Would you mind if I gave you this project for completion? So, I'm using would with the verb in the past form. So, that means we use verb in the ing form for request, verb in the past form for asking permission. Another expression is when we are offering something. Would you like to have some tea? And the final one is to express the want. I would like to buy a white t-shirt. These were some basic uses of will and would. Stay connected with us to know more about the topics like this. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. We'll bring you more interesting and useful videos like this. Till then, take care.